Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Jason McGregor from Vegan Vacations, and I'm here with Donna Zeigfinger from Green Earth Travel. And we are presenting a virtual vegan-friendly cruise evening all about Virgin Voyages, a cruise line we're both really excited about. Because they are so vegan friendly, we wanted to showcase to you all the amazing things that make Virgin Voyages unique. We are joined by Sean Russo and Rosalynn Domdom, who are going to walk you through everything Virgin Voyages. We're going to talk about our special vegan-friendly cruise group that we're organizing in November. And who knows, we may even have a special surprise for everybody who has joined us this evening. So thank you so much. And Donna, did you want to welcome everybody?
Yeah, I just want to welcome everyone. I see some familiar names and faces, and I'm excited to have you guys here. And so if you don't know me, I'm Donna. I'm the owner of Green Earth Travel. This will be my 40th year as a vegan, so we're going to be celebrating on the cruise ship. All right. That's the deal.
Lots to celebrate.
Party.
That's great.
Yes. So
welcome, Rosalynn and Sean.
Yes, awesome. So ahoy, sailors. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate you all taking the time. I know everyone's busy. Both Sean and I know everyone is super busy right now. So we are going to make this short, sweet, fun, and very informative. A couple of housekeeping items just before we get started. To avoid any background noise or any distractions, if you all could just stay muted, aside from the host of this call, would greatly appreciate that. Second thing is, if you have any questions or comments, please make sure that you use the Zoom chat function, and we'll be happy to answer any and all questions that you guys have. And then the last thing is, please make sure that you stay until the end, just because there are some really amazing incentives that you can only get when you book with a travel advisor who referred you to this event. So again, stay tuned for all of these exciting incentives. And with that, gonna go ahead and get started. So starting off with some visual inspiration, because Donna has been on board our ships many times. Here she is looking red and fabulous with Scarlet Lady. One of her favorite things is that hammock. She was just talking about that right before everyone jumped on the call. And then you can definitely see a different look and feel than most other cruise ships, just that very much boutique floating resort feel and experience. Donna, do you want to share or talk about anything from these photos here?
Okay, so I don't remember where the first one is on the left. I think it was my December cruise, and I just wanted to get away from people, and or not that I don't like hanging out with you guys, but that's my morning thing, is to have coffee and just hang out on the hammock in the morning and get some peace and quiet and do a little meditation and reading. In the middle that was in Mexico. And so that was the perfect spot, to take this picture and show off how beautiful this ship was. And I don't remember where that, I was just on a balcony taking a picture at the food there. So the bar there. So it's just all fabulous. I loved it all.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the commentary. And here is one of our marquee destinations, which we'll talk more about in the upcoming slides. But this is our beach club at Bimini, which is in the Bahamas. So every itinerary that departs out of Miami does make their way to our beach club at Bimini. Very cool vibe. If you want that high energy experience, you can definitely do that. If you want the more laid back, chill experience, you can definitely do that at our beach club at Bimini. So with that, just wanted to share a couple of highlights about Virgin Voyages and what it means to set sail the Virgin way. But, we are so excited that after a very long wait that we finally officially launched with our first ship, Scarlet Lady, in October of 2021. So it's so great to finally have all the sailors who've been wanting to experience Virgin officially go on board, and we are definitely being rewarded with a lot of accolades. So that means we are actually TripAdvisor's #1 rated cruise line with the most number of 5-star reviews. We've won Cruise Critics Best New Cruise Ship, also some accolades from US News and World Report with the 2022 Best Cruise Line for the money. In addition to Condé Nast and Travel and Leisure World's Best Awards. So super excited that people are taking notice of Virgin Voyages. So as far as what it means to set sail the Virgin Way, just going to go over some highlights here. If you all know anything about our founder, Sir Richard Branson, and all of his Virgin companies, we truly want to disrupt the industry. So we really feel like we are a game changer when it comes to cruising, because there's really nothing else like us already out there. We really want to take away all of the things that people don't necessarily like about cruising and focus on delivering those experiences that people are looking for, that they haven't found just yet. So some highlights about what it means to set sail the Virgin Way. Yes, first and foremost, we are adults only. You have to be 18 years old to come on board our ships.
I'm seeing a couple claps from the audience here on that one.
Yes,
I like that.
yes, we are super excited about this. You don't have to worry about any kids running around or screaming. The best part about it is that you yourself can be that big kid on board any of our ships. And then, of course, the dining, which we'll focus on a lot for this presentation, but we really are breaking a lot of the rules with our food and beverage on board. And we really hate the idea of nickel and diming, so we're more inclusive with everything that's included in the voyage fare. And we also focus a lot on health and wellness. So we like to say that we have that detox and retox experience, meaning if you want to indulge and eat and drink, be merry and party, you can definitely do that. However, if that's not your jam, that's totally fine. If you want to have a more laid back, chill experience, focusing on health and wellness and fitness, we have a lot of activities for you as well. And as far as curating your own experience, this is where we are very different than other cruise lines. So a big thing about Virgin is that we really want you all to come as you are, do what you want to do on your own time and on your own schedule. And then lastly, that yacht inspired design, again, very much that boutique hotel feel. And what I love whenever I come on board our ships is that there's so many intimate spaces that don't make you feel like you're on a traditional cruise ship. So with that, just going to take another look at this. So like I said, this is amazing. You all can just finally have that adults only cruise experience on board our ships. We're not catering to families. Of course, we're great for multi-generational families, but you have to be 18 years or older. But again, very much that floating resort at sea experience, just living your best life on board any of our ships. And then moving on to our inclusion. So like I said, we really don't want a nickel and dime. We are more inclusive. That means all of the food and restaurants are included. All of the tips, unlimited Wi-Fi, all of the basic bevies, which are the majority of non-alcoholic beverages. So that's going to be your soda, juice, coffee, tea, and still and sparkling water. All of the group fitness classes, as well as all of the onboard entertainment. So a lot of great feedback about our inclusions, because these things can really add up on other cruise lines, sometimes doubling or even tripling the cost of the initial fare. So like I said, we focus a lot on health and wellness and well-being. So if you're that type of traveler that loves to do absolutely nothing, if you're that traveler that wants to do maybe some of the things, or if you want to do all of the things, we are definitely for you, because we do focus a lot on health, wellness, and fitness with so many different programming, activities, and events with our spa and fitness on board all of our ships.
Rosalynn, can I tell you, I thought that was really funny. The yoga person, she was falling over, because that's me.
Yeah,
That would be me too.
That is so me.
Yes, that is definitely me as well. So as far as making sure that you have that balance, again, remember, we like to say that we have that retox and detox experience. Again, for all of our sailors, just some visuals here. We have the runway where we like to say you can strut, walk, or run and see the amazing views of the ocean throughout. We also have Redemption Spa, which is our full service spa, a lot of outdoor yoga space areas, and just general wellness for all of our sailors on board our ships. And then moving on to Relax Luxe. So again, this is talking about curating your own experience. So what we mean by this is, we really want you all to just come and do what you want to do on your own time, on your own schedule. I don't know about you, but this video clip right here, I wish I was that lady right now having living my best life, having that champagne and saving some water. But, we want to make sure that we're providing that rockstar virgin service, but without being too stuffy or too formal. And then, best part about it, unlike other major cruise lines where they have those cruise directors, the announcements, the strict daily schedules and activities, we don't have any of those things. We want to just have that floating resort experience at sea.
I think she's had 5 drinks now.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So as far as the epic experiences, again, with Richard Branson being our founder, we have a lot of nods to Virgin music, Virgin records. So it's very much that festival-like experience. And we have something for everyone. So whether it's this Untitled Dance Show Party thing, which is the name of that dance show, if it's the VHS 80s workout, the drag queen diva show, a lot of supper clubs, and then of course the famous Scarlet Night, which is our answer to the traditional cruise formal night. We really feel like you're going to have a great time with all of the entertainment experiences on board our ships.
Hey, Rosalynn, I just wanted to mention, because I'm not, some of us are not big party people, and I'm one of those. I'm not like a big party person. What I really enjoyed was the rhythm and blues, the R&B bands that were playing downstairs in the lobby. And there was actually a little nook behind the social club area where there was this little Latin band, playing acoustic music. And it's just, to me, that makes it worth everything, because the band was amazing. What was his name? Slam Allen.
Slam Allen, yes.
He's played with some very famous R&B musicians and singers. So, there's some really good music on there. I don't know if he'll be on when we're there, but he's great.
Donna, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I'm definitely not a partier. I like to just be away from everything. And I do love live music. And I just want to have that more chill experience. So, we also have, I'm glad that you brought that up, because we have new entertainment with more live music, comedians, magicians, for those who want that experience, because we've been listening to a lot of feedback and a lot of our sailors want that as well.
I think the choice in itself is what's really great. You're not being forced into one large theater for the one show that they've got in the evening. You can go into the corner and have your drink with Donna. You could go check out a dance show party thing if you want. That's what I'm really excited about, but you can kind of curate your own experience, like you said.
Yep, absolutely. So moving on to our food, again, we really want to make sure that we're providing that amazing dining experience. And we truly are breaking a lot of the food and beverage rules as far as cruise line dining. So with that, this means that we are happy to share there are no buffets, there's no main dining room, there's no formal dress code or formal seating. Again, really wanting to take away all of those formalities and the stuffiness about traditional cruise dining and focus on delivering these unique dining experiences. So with that, going to share a couple more things in the next slide. So like I said, just changing things up. We're happy to share. Everything is fresh, made to order, curated by some of our Michelin star chefs. And best part about it, we have specialty dining, but without those specialty upcharges. So again, very much comparable to some of the best land-based restaurants. And I'm not just saying this because I work for Virgin, but hands down, some of the best food I've ever had, whether on land or at sea.
And I should say that all the photos in here are vegan. So
yes, yes, absolutely. So
we
just
check them.
Yes, we definitely check them. So just to take a deeper dive into our specialty restaurants, but again, remember, without the specialty charges, we've got Gun Bay, which is the first Korean barbecue restaurant at sea. A very fun dining experience. And we are super excited to share that our staff here, they're really fun. They give you a shot of soju, which is the Korean version of sake. They play drinking games, and there is a lot more social engagement here. You can meet other fun sailors at Gun Bay. The next
Can I just
restaurant,
bring up something with gumbe?
Yes.
So some people might not feel comfortable sitting in a table with other people, that are not vegan. So, that's one good thing about coming with us in November. We'll be able to get a group of vegans on that table and you won't have to worry about anything. If you have a group of, what's the smallest group can they
I
take?
think it's 8.
So
yes.
that's the smallest they can take, because I think we were 5 when I went in December, so maybe it's smaller.
Okay.
The round tables are set for 6, so if
So
there was 5,
6.
they'd most
My
likely put
apologies,
like
yes.
that
Okay.
that one less.
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's fun. I have to say, calling out the names and screaming at each other is a lot of fun.
Yes, yes, and I also just want to highlight one of our sales team members. She herself is a hardcore vegan, and gunbei is one of her favorite options because there's so many different vegetables, vegan friendly, and again, just that more fun social experience there. And moving on to Extra Virgin. So this is our modern, authentic Italian restaurant. Pink Agave is our elevated Mexican cuisine, more Mexico City street food cuisine here. And then moving on to some of our specialty restaurants. So Test Kitchen is our molecular gastronomy restaurant. This is very unique. There's some cooking and mixology classes here, as well as tasting menus. Razzle Dazzle is our more vegan, vegetarian forward restaurant. And then The Wake is where we have a fabulous bottomless brunch. I would say this is our more fancy dinner experience or dining experience, but remember, we don't do anything too fancy or too formal on board our ships. So moving on to the next slide. So I'm actually going to briefly hand it off to Donna because these are actual real life photos from her many times on board our ships.
Okay, so the one in the middle is a vegan pizza, and you can actually get it gluten-free, and it was fabulous. That was at the pizza place. The one on the right was the Test Kitchen. And I think it was some type of beet dish. And then the one on the left was from the Wake, I think.
Extra Virgin.
No, I'm sorry.
Extra Virgin.
Extra Virgin. Sorry.
Okay.
And that was artichoke. And all of it was unbelievable. The food was, I'm a picky eater. So, so on the left, we have the gazpacho soup. And then in the middle is the cauliflower. It's like a roasted cauliflower, which it's huge. And you can't eat, I could eat it all, but it's a lot. And then we had, the drink was a old fashioned without the buttered popcorn. And then on the upper right was the Impossible Burger and I don't know what it is, what sauce you guys have, but it's my favorite Impossible Burger that I've ever had anywhere, with fries. And then down below is the cookies and cream without the cream. It's all really good.
And on the
far
bottom left
was the mushroom dish, right?
mushroom tartare, yes.
Right, mushroom tartare.
Which is one of my favorites.
Yes.
Gazpacho and mushroom, I love.
The gazpacho is my favorite gazpacho.
Yes.
Yeah, that mushroom tartare I could have like plate after plate after plate. It's so good.
And I will tell you, I will go to Razzle Dazzle like every day if you guys would let me, and that's the one good thing about this ship is that you can go back to the same restaurant, as long as they have seats available, you can go back to it. Unlike some cruises that don't let you do that.
And we always have seats available.
Always have seats
Yes.
available. However, the Test Kitchen, you do need to really make a reservation because that one does fill out. And this is the Test Kitchen. And to the right, it was a mushroom dish. And to the left, the upper left, it was a potato tart.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you guys know what down on the left is. That's, it's like it was a cheesecake, a chocolate cheesecake.
It all looks delicious.
Fabulous. And
Yes.
anything desserts, I will just scoop up. And the wines were really good too, as well.
Donna,
The comparing. Sorry.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what the middle is? I'm just curious because I don't think I've seen that dish before. And if you don't, that's fine. Not to put you on the spot.
We're highlighting the
well-
beautiful white wine that's there.
That's right.
I was looking, yeah, we're highlighting the wine because that's what I was drinking
There
a
you
lot
go.
that
There
night.
you go.
That night. I don't drink a lot, but I was pairing my drinks that night.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the test kitchen, you can do wine, cocktails, or mocktail pairings as well. So really great options if you're interested in having that full flavor kind of experience.
And they
And then
do.
lastly,
Oh yeah, no, but I just wanted to say about the test kitchen, they do have a vegan menu and they switch it out.
It's so great to hear, because usually you miss out on those experiences on board because they
Right.
don't have it or they can't accommodate. So knowing that you can go and enjoy that unique dinner option is pretty awesome.
It was like an 8-course dinner. I mean, it was a lot of food. It was a lot of food.
And you never hear a vegan say that when they go out.
No,
So moving on to the next slide.
okay. So the one on the lower left was the hole in the egg at the steakhouse, which is kind of ironic, but they, that's the one. It was, I had to go back on the cruise just to have that. It was really, really good. It was like a quinoa something. I don't know exactly what it's made, but so and then on the upper left was like a chocolate mousse and banana dessert. And then to the right, this was at Bimini. So this is what you're served at Bimini. And you can either go up and get it, or if you have a private cabana, you'll have your own person to serve all your food to you. That I have to admit, having that private cabana was kind of nice to be served like that and not have.
Bahamian curry.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
oh, that pumpkin curry is so good. I think
It's
I've had
all
like
really
three or
good.
four, three or
was-
four of those.
And it was so fresh, it was really good food.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing some of your photos. We really appreciate it. When we look at some of the other options that are out there, I mean, so Rosalynn spoke about like our main quote unquote specialty restaurants again that are always included. We've also got some more of a casual, quick kind of service opportunities for you as well. And one of those is the dock and the dock house. So there's an interior and an exterior. Think nice loungers, great cocktails around, as well as just a great place to just relax and enjoy yourself wherever you are. Donna showed a picture of one of the pizzas from the pizza place, and these are great because we've got a curated list of different pizzas to choose from, but then you can create your own, including that gluten-free option. A little bit of being a little bit tongue-in-cheek when you look up to the top right there. We've got an amazing ice cream place that does have vegan forward options, but it's called Lick Me Till I Ice Cream. Just a little fun little play on words there. A great coffee shop with vegan delicacies as well for you to have, as well as any specialty coffees that you have. Our social club is right in the middle of of our wonderful ship, and this is like a modern take of like a fountain bar, kind of like a American diner kind of issue, where, and that is a hot dog, but that is a vegan hot dog available for you as well. And it's got those carnival classics and such. And last but not least, one of the places that I enjoy, just has a limited amount of like time that it is open, is a Sun Club Cafe, and they've got some amazing, very healthy rice bowls for you to enjoy for like a lunchtime experience. Now, outside of the wonderful food out there, we want to make sure that you're hydrated, right? In the other kind, that's the alcoholic kind, I guess, if you were. And one of the things that's really great about Virgin Voyages as a whole, and Rosalynn mentioned this, is gratuities are already included. So when you see these price points that are on the screen, that is the actual price. It's not plus kind of idea. So if we've got anyone interested in any beverages, we've got beers that are $5 to $6. Again, gratuities included. Your basic cocktails, your rum and cokes, your gin and tonics and such like that are $9 and up, depending on your liquor of choice. And my personal favorite, because I'm a wine guy, 42% of our wines are under $10 a glass. So really great opportunities to have some libations while you're enjoying the sights and sounds of everywhere you're experiencing.
I want to say something about this though, real
Sure.
quick. Yes. So remember how I said there are some amazing incentives where if you book with your travel advisor, obviously Jason or Donna, who invited you to this event. So right now, again, just trying to give you some teasers. We have some amazing incentives that will allow for you all to have some free drinks. So you don't even have to worry about looking at these price points. So just stay tuned for that.
And I think Sorry,
Go
I was
ahead,
going to
Jason.
say, Sean, the other thing to note, some of our attendees tonight don't necessarily partake in alcoholic beverages, but the bar tabs that Virgin Voyages offers does extend to non-alcoholic drinks that are not necessarily included as part of the essential bevies that are part of your cruise fare. But we may be going through that in the next little bit.
Yeah, those fresh smoothies that you can get at the dock, absolutely phenomenal. Great thing. I used to like do my little walk or attempt to run around the track, and then I'd go down and get a nice fresh smoothie. It was really great, really replenishing for the body.
I like their
So
lattes, actually.
a lot.
You know, the lattes are good.
There's a cocktail, or not cocktail. There's a coffee version. Like maybe Rosalynn, you know the name of it, but
Buck
it's
Fizz.
like
It's called Buck Fizz, if I remember correctly.
you already know what I'm talking about with the
Yes, because
espresso and
it's
tonic water.
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
so good. It's so
While
good.
we're on that point, can I just ask? We've had a question here about alcohol-free beer. I know
Yes.
mocktails are available. Do we have alcohol-free beer on board as
Yes,
well?
we
Yes,
have
we have
alcohol-free
Heineken
beer.
Zero.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they do.
Yes. So just to touch on that, we've heard from a lot of other travelers, or what we call sailors on board our ships, that when they go to other resorts, you know, there's a very limited or no selection of alcohol-free beer when they go to some all-inclusive resorts, but they love the selection that we offer here, and it truly does make a difference for those who don't want that alcohol, the alcohol-free beer.
And they'll make a drink and name it after you. That's what happened to me the first time.
Lucky you, lucky you.
You're a celebrity, Donna, right? We
There you
gotta
go.
we gotta take care of our
The
celebrities,
vegan
right?
drink. Right.
Amazing. All right, so let's take a look at some of these ships. So we do have 4 wonderful ships. You will be sailing on one of those wonderful ships for this experience. But I wanted to talk a little bit about what we're offering out there, right? Because not only is this an amazing private group experience, but we can carry a lot of these great vegan forward like menus and opportunities if there's additional sailings that you're looking at as well. So we call our ships lady ships, meaning they're exactly the same, but there's different like decor to them. So there's different colors on the walls, different artwork, but the actual ships themselves are fundamentally the same. And they all are 2,770 passengers with 1,150 crew members on board, basically putting us in that nice mid-sized ship range. We want to get more technical, 912 feet long and 110,000 tons. But our first wonderful ship is our Scarlet Lady, and that was named after one of our first Virgin Atlantic planes, and that's the one that Donna's got the wonderful hat from. If you can see that on her, she's wearing her Scarlet Lady hat. The next one is our Valiant Lady, and she lives in the summer in Barcelona and then spends her winter in Miami. When I grow up, I want to be the Valiant Lady because I think that sounds like a pretty amazing life she has. The next ship that we do have is brand new to us. It's debuting on the 14th of May, and this is Resilient Lady, and she's spending her summer in the Adriatic doing Greece, Croatia, Montenegro, and then she's going to spend her winter down in Australia and New Zealand, but not after an epic journey from Athens to Dubai to Singapore, and Singapore down to Melbourne, which is absolutely phenomenal. So maybe she's pretty good too. And we named her after obviously the wonderful travelers, the sailors like yourselves, and our wonderful agent partners that have been so resilient as we've been going through this unfortunate pandemic, but we're getting to that positive side on the other side. And then last but not least, we have Brilliant Lady, and she's our 4th ship, and she'll be debuting on December 23rd when she repositions from Miami to her home port of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Now, when we look at these itineraries, I just kind of went through all these, but as you can see, there's so many different ports of call out there. We've got over 40 different itineraries out there with over 100 different ports that we do visit. And some of the wonderful things that we do here at Virgin Voyages that is different than your typical cruise is we do late nights or overnights. And this particular itinerary that we're going to highlight here does have some of our later departures on there. So allowing you to spend more time in the ports to experience the beauty of whatever port of call we're doing. And what that does is not only allows you to, spend more time, but if you want to, you can do like up to 2 different shore excursions, or we call them shore things, so you can get the nice balance. Or if you're like me, you want to have a lay in and sleep in, you can have a proper sleep in and then jump off the ship and experience an afternoon kind of experience. And that's what we're gonna. Sorry, go ahead, Donna.
No, we do have a question. Somebody was saying when are you going on the West Coast, like leaving out of the West Coast? There was a couple people asking about that.
So
The West
great
Coast.
question.
Go ahead.
California. Oh, does that mean something's coming up?
It doesn't mean anything. So as of now, we don't have any plans to depart out of the West Coast. But again, at Virgin, you never know. We always like to surprise and delight. But as of now, the home ports are out of Miami, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Athens, Barcelona, Melbourne, Australia, as of now. But really amazing destinations going all over the world.
Yeah, and when you get down to Miami for this particular one, you're going to see why. We have a beautiful, brand new, just over 2 years old now terminal. It really encompasses everything that is Virgin, right from when you get out of your taxi or Uber, whatever the case may be. You'll feel the love, you'll feel that experience, and you'll easily get through that terminal and get right on board the ship to have a lot of fun. So what we're going to talk about now is that Western Caribbean charm. And this is what Donna and Jason respectively have put together for you for this experience. And it is a 6-night journey, that round trip from Miami. I'm a visual kind of guy, so I kind of like looking at maps. But basically, you're going to start in Miami, work your way down south into Roatan, over to Mexico and Costa Maya, before returning over towards the beach club at Bimini, and then back to Miami. What I mentioned before is we're staying a little bit later at some of these ports than you typically would with regular cruise lines. Cruise lines typically leave 3, 4, maybe 5 o'clock. We're extending that a little bit longer. So when you get into Miami, we start our embarkment in around 1:30 to 4, depending on when you arrive. And we try to depart about 2 hours afterwards, and around 6 o'clock. And we do a wonderful sail away party. We're going to bring out some champagne, some non-alcoholic beverages, and we're going to say, "See you later, Miami." We're about to go on a beautiful adventure together. And that first day is where we're going to be at sea. So this is where you can take advantage of the beautiful lady ships, do some of these wonderful shows, these experiences on board, whether it's like food and wine tasting, whether it is adult painting. There's so many different kind of experiences on board the ship, so you'll always have an opportunity to do something or nothing, whatever works best for you. On day 3, we're going to head over to Roatan, and we're going to spend a good 9 hours at this port. And Roatan is just a beautiful, beautiful place. There's so many different types of excursions. My favorite are just getting into the water, because it's got some amazing snorkeling opportunities in Roatan, but just a really cool place. From there, we're going to spend 9 hours at Costa Maya in Mexico. Great ruins to take a look at. Really enjoy yourself before having one of those other sea days, again, to take advantage of everything the ship has to offer, maybe joining into the spa and going to the plunge pools and such. And then day 6, we're going to spend a wonderful full day at the beach club in Bimini. This is where we've got the beautiful 2 pools to take advantage of. We've got a nice DJ playing some nice relaxing music. Going to have a lot of fun. We've got access to the beach, of course, that beautiful food that Donna took photos of before, and just relaxing and enjoying ourselves before returning into Miami, arriving back into our home port in around 6:30. And when we look at the 4 main ports that we're going to go in, there's really something for everyone in there. And I really encourage you to reach out to Donna, to reach out to Jason, and talk about what kind of experiences you're hoping for, because there's literally hundreds of different things that they can help facilitate you with when it comes to booking your shore excursions. So just tell them what they want, what you're looking for, what your passions are, and they'll align that up with whatever works best for you on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it over back to Rosalynn to talk a little bit about the specific itinerary and what the availability is like.
Yes, so thank you so much, Sean. So this is the main attraction for tonight. Of course, we have some amazing incentives for all of you, whether it's for this particular group sailing or any Virgin Voyages sailing. But to start off, this is the lovely vegan holiday. We want you all to come join us on November 12th through the 18th. Again, this is a 6-night Western Caribbean charm sailing, and we pulled up some sample pricing showing in both USD and CAD here. Now, you guys, this is actually a very hot sailing. I don't want to say right now, but there are A lot of cabin categories that are not available. However, these are the ones that are, which thankfully it's a Sea Terrace. So that's the balcony cabin again. But, you know, starting for 2 people for a Sea Terrace at under $3,000. And all of this includes taxes and fees. So again, truly a great value for 2 people to come and experience this 6-night Western Caribbean sailing. If you want the larger Sea Terrace, that's going to be the XL Sea Terrace. That's going to be at $34.26. I've experienced that and loved it as well. And if you want that more centralized location, you can get that also at under $3,000 for 2 people USD. So with this, we are going to offer onboard credit. We call that Sailor Loot. That's going to be based on whatever cabin category you choose. So right now we currently have the Sea Terrace available only, where if you book by March 31st, we're going to throw in a $100 Sailor Loot per cabin. If you do want a Rockstar Suite, there might be some coming up. There might maybe not, but we'll see. As of now, there's not today. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But if you book that Rockstar Suite, we're going to throw in that $200 onboard credit.
Can you explain what the Sailor Loot is so people know?
Yes. So our Sailor Loot is literally for any onboard purchases. So remember, you can't use it for anything before you get on board the ship, but whether it's, you know, buying any retail, doing any spa appointments or services, if you want to get a tattoo, if you want to get more drinks.
Or a fancy hat.
Yes.
Janine, earrings. We got the jeweler in here. See, I got the earrings, Janine.
Yes,
there you go.
Or if you want to book any shore things, that's what we call our shore excursions. You can use the Sailor Loot for that. But again, remember, it is for strictly onboard purchases. You have to be on board the ship in order to use that Sailor Loot. Does that help, Donna?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
I do snooty jewelry. Yes, that's Janine's company.
Awesome.
Janine did have a question, and she wanted to know if she can get away with her real ID to avoid the expense of a new passport.
So Virgin Voyage, great question, Janine. Virgin Voyages is a passports only cruise line. So just because of everything going on, we want to make sure that we are following all protocols. Unexpected things can always happen. So if we need to redirect and go somewhere else, we want to make sure that you're fully prepared. So yes, a passport is required. I know that for Caribbean sailings, we can allow for a passport card. But just to be very, safe and to be very transparent, we do require passports. It has to have a valid expiration, 6 months from the voyage end date. So you all have some time right now, since this sailing is in November. So please get on it if you do not have a current passport.
I just wanted to clarify something that a client had asked me earlier this week. Again, it seems like I'm talking a lot about alcohol. I do not mean to, but it's about the bar tab again. I had a client who didn't really think she was going to be able to use all of it. And I believe, Rosalynn, you can confirm for me that the bar tab is not one of those bar tabs that is stuck per person, that you can share this with folks in the cabin, but you can also order drinks for folks that you're traveling with or friends that you just met. Is that correct?
Correct. And Jason, I'm so glad that you said this, because our bar tab, it is super simple. Again, another way that we want it to be very different than other cruise lines. This bar tab is which, by the way, wait, there's more. We're throwing in a free $300 bar tab if you book with either Jason or Donna by March 31st. So just to clarify, we're keeping it very simple. It can be used by literally anyone that you want. If you want to share with your cabin mate, if you want to share with friends, you can do that. If you want to use it at the beach club at Bimini, you can also use that as well. But just so you all know, it is not strictly for alcohol. Essentially, it's for alcohol, specialty coffees, fresh juices, smoothies, and mocktails. So we want to make sure that you are able to use it for a variety of different beverages that have a cost. The way that we think about, okay, what beverage does have a cost? Essentially, if it's alcohol, or if someone has to make it, like a smoothie, specialty coffee, pressed juice, or a mocktail, it can be included and used with that bar tab. So I hope
And I
that
do have to
provides
say,
some
like,
clarity.
I had a night where and it was actually in the test kitchen where I went for the mocktail pairing, and those were some of the finest cocktails I should say mocktails I've ever had. The care that they put into each one of those beverages, even though there is no alcohol in there, is absolutely phenomenal. So if you are someone that doesn't partake in alcohol, I highly recommend those mocktails. They're absolutely phenomenal.
They're delicious. They're absolutely delicious, and not sugary, watered down, or, you know, that's one of the things we wanted to get away from. We don't have the traditional cruise beverage packages where you feel like you have to drink 10 or more drinks a day to justify the price for watered down, not that great brands that you're drinking. Again, keeping it very simple. You get what you get, and just get a special bonus by using that bar tab. And the special incentive if you book by March 31st.
Joyce wanted to know, can other people on the same cruise join in on the group activities?
That's more for you and Jason.
I know, Jason. Do you
Well,
want
I was gonna say they should reach out to us if they're already booked on that sailing, because we're putting together our group. We can make sure that they are actually part of our group,
Right.
so that we can make sure that they get all of the information leading up to the sailing. As we've sort of teased out, Donna and I are looking at what we can do in some ports that are vegan focused. We're going to try and put together some surprises and delights on board, as well as hopefully with some short things.
But that will be with the group only.
Yeah,
right?
but that's what I'm
not gonna
saying.
be
So if somebody
extended.
else is
Yeah.
on that cruise and wants to join our group, then we can have a conversation to try and make sure they're part of that group. So Joyce,
Can't
reach out to
guarantee
us
it, though.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't guarantee it. So it's best if you join the group. If you just put a deposit down recently, we can talk about maybe taking over the booking for you. So it you know, just keep that in mind as well.
Yes, and sorry, just to add on to that, again, Joyce and anyone here, if you have any friends, family, anyone who you think would be a great fit for Virgin, whether it's for this group date or literally any Virgin Voyages sailing, please, please, please refer them to Donna and Jason, because we have some amazing incentives that you can only get when you book with them.
That's great.
Absolutely.
The only other thing I wanted to comment on the pricing here, Rosalynn, I actually was taking a look at pricing before, and the Canadian pricing actually appears to be without the taxes. So just if anybody's calling us about those, there are the taxes to be added in. I believe they're 285 Canadian per person.
Thank you for that clarification.
No
Jason.
problem.
Sean, were you saying something?
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say I really want to showcase Bimini, because I think this is like one of those amazing. This is one of the amazing reports. But this is your wheelhouse, so I just wanted to cue it up for you.
Of course, no, thank you so much, Sean. So Bimini, again, this video clip highlights one of our marquee destinations that for any sailing that departs out of Miami, we'll make our way here. So depending on itinerary, we're here anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, which again, you get that full experience. Best part about it, you know, our staff come from the Virgin ship. So you have that friendly, familiar face and that Virgin Rockstar service. Entrance into the beach club is included. All of the food here is included. And if you want to have that more chill, laid back experience, you can do that. Or if you want that more high energy, lively experience, you can do that. So really great place for you all. One of my favorite stops for any of our sailings.
I love the floats. It's
Yes.
like a kids club for adults, you know.
It really is.
There's these huge floats that go in that you could fit like 4 people on. And then there was also a singer there at one point.
Yes. So we have different, you know, DJ parties, entertainment, live music. If you want to do shore excursions, of course, you can do that. But again, very much inspired by European beach clubs. And one of the best comments I've ever heard from one of our sailors is, when you come to our beach club at Bimini, you truly enjoy and appreciate that it is kids free. So remember, you yourself can be that big kid here at our beach club at Bimini, and you really notice the difference of not having kids running around. So it's perfect.
That said, can you tell me the minimum age? Is it 18?
It is 18, yes.
And they have, if they're 18 to 21, they have to be with somebody over 21? No.
Nope, we've scrapped that.
Oh, you did scrap that. Okay.
Yep.
That's trouble.
Yeah, well,
We don't
I mean,
really
to-
have to worry about that
I know.
because we don't have that many 18 to 21
I
year
know,
olds.
I
but
know.
Yeah.
The
but
parents.
for those distinguished and mature 18 to 21-year-olds,
There
we
you
most
go.
welcome them.
Exactly.
So Rosalynn, why don't you showcase a little bit what kind of cabins we got going on here for them? Because we know we've got the Sea Terraces available. So let's take a look at them.
Awesome. Awesome. So here's a video clip of some of our cabins and suites. And again, definitely notice that more boutique hotel look and feel, very modern, hip, trendy. We are excited that the majority of our cabins are our Sea Terrace balcony cabins. So just going to take another look at how our cabins look. Again, these are our Sea Terrace balcony cabins. We like to call them clever cabins because, you know, there's a lot of, we're very high tech, very digital. You'll see that our Sea Terraces range anywhere from 185 to 225 square feet. And best part about it, because I said we are a very clever cabin, if you were to look at that desk right next to the lamp, there is a small tablet. That tablet pretty much controls a lot of the things in your cabin. So whether it's opening and closing the blinds and the shades, turning on the TV, music, mood lighting, room service, housekeeping, again, pretty much anything that you want involving cabin controls are with that tablet. And then moving on to some of our Rockstar suites, super excited. There are some great amenities and perks. Here we have our Cheeky Corner suite. It ranges anywhere from $352 to $857. I will say that I have personally stayed in Cheeky Corner suite, and hands down, my favorite suite, or any cabin category. It is my favorite on board our ships.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh, wait, sorry, there is more. So sorry, I didn't even mention this. There's some great amenities and perks with our Rockstar suites. So here are our Mega Rockstar quarters. They will also get the Richards rooftop access. So that is our outdoor lounge area. We've got very much that exclusive VIP feel. Hot tubs, day beds, loungers, early booking and priority access is available as well. You get a daily bar tab, daily spa access, private transfers to and from the ship, and a Rockstar agent who's just making sure you're having an amazing time, as well as that bottomless in-room bar and upgraded premium Wi-Fi here. So some really great perks for our Rockstar quarters and our Mega Rockstar quarters.
Except for Richard won't be there.
There you go. You never know.
Maybe, I don't know.
You never know. He
might just
surprises
show up.
Yeah, he likes to show up every
Exactly.
once in a while. So.
Exactly, yes. So here we have Richard Rooftop. Again, this is our outdoor lounge area. Again, that more exclusive experience for all of our Rockstar sailors.
Oops, sorry, I just froze for a second
No,
there.
it's okay, all good.
There we go. Back to things.
So moving on to some of our onboard spaces. So we've got the roundabout, which is our atrium area on board our ships. Very much that centralized meeting location. You can meet up with all of your friends before doing whatever you want to do. We've got some outdoor pool areas, the aquatic club and the well-being pool, and Squid Ink Tattoo Studio. So if you want to have that permanent mark and memory of your time on board Virgin, you can do that with our vegan-friendly Squid Ink Tattoo Studio. So I don't know if you guys have heard of Miami Ink or LA Ink or all of these ink shows that are reality shows on, I'm not quite sure which cable channel, but it is a reality show with some really great tattoo artists, and we are using a lot of them. They are guest artists at Squid Ink Tattoo Studio.
I met them,
Yep.
yes. And I had a friend of mine who did a massive, she never had a tattoo before, and she did a octopus on her back that was like the size of her shoulder all the way down to her back. It took like 6 hours, but they did it.
Oh my God, amazing.
And they
So-
were, yes, these guys were from the Ink Master, I think is what it's
Yes.
called.
Yes, so Donna, what are you going to get when you come on board?
I don't know, Jason's gonna do
Oh,
that.
I'm 100%.
Jason's got it already
I
planned
am
out.
already in. If anybody wants to go and get a tattoo with me, that'll be the first thing I'm booking when I'm on board.
Yes, and you can use your sailor loop for this. So
This
this
is
is one of the
awesome.
things.
That's right.
Yes.
The roundabout is where that is where Slam Allen plays, right
Yep.
down there.
On the rocks. Yep.
Yeah.
That bar right there. So moving on to our fitness. So remember, we focus a lot on health and wellness and fitness. We've got B Complex, our fitness studio. You're able to do anything from our yoga, treadmills, weights, machines, and group fitness classes.
And can I tell you those, because I'm a Peloton freak, those classes are really hard.
Yep.
I mean, you make it as hard as you want, because I can't get that hard. But you know, and I also did a Peloton class on my own as well. So you
Nice.
guys can do that.
Very nice.
Anybody who's as freakish about it as I am.
So moving on to wellness, we've got the Tune Up, which is our nail salon. It has amazing views of the ocean. And then Dry Dock is our women's hair salon. Stubble and Groom is our grooming lounge for men. And Redemption Spa is our full service spa.
I went to the tune-up one day. I was really stressed out, and she gave me an hour-and-a-half manicure.
Wow.
That was a gel manicure, so just keep that in mind, but it was
Awesome.
an hour and a half, and she basically gave me a massage on my hands.
Wow.
It was
wow,
great.
Lucky. Okay, amazing. So moving on to some more fun stuff, we've got the groupie. This is our karaoke space. We've got 3 private rooms. They're all soundproof, so you don't have to worry about how you sing and how you sound. But one of the great entertainment offerings that we have on board our ships. The Red Room, this is one of our entertainment venues. What's cool about this space is that the stage and the seating configures in so many different ways, depending on what type of show you're watching. So the Social Club is a great spot. Again, that's that more circus festival themed spot that you've got popcorn, hot dogs, candy, vegan hot dogs, obviously, as well. So what's cool about this space is that it's a great spot for solo travelers. If you want to mix and mingle or meet new people, or if you just want to make new friends, you can do that here at the Social Club. And then the arcade. So one of my favorite spots. Remember, you can be that big kid on board our ships here, relive all of your childhood video games, Mario Kart, Pac-Man. Best part about it, and Jason, you know I'm saying this about you, you don't have to worry about bringing any coins in because you can play all day and all night for free at the arcade. So,
Just because there's no kids doesn't mean we can't be kids.
exactly.
Right.
So Jason, are you going to be playing some games here at the arcade?
100%, 100%.
I totally see him playing the old school Daytona.
Oh.
That's what I was playing.
Amazing.
Love that Daytona.
Amazing. So moving on to some more fun things on board. So the Manor. So this is our 2-level nightclub. We've got some really great shows here, whether it's the Drag Queen Diva show, some of our supper club shows, a VHS 80s workout, you know, of course, clubbing and dancing late at night, really fun entertainment and performance, live music here, of course. I always have to say this, that photo on the top left-hand side, that's really sparkly. That is hands down the most Instagrammable spot on board our ship. So please, when you go there, please take that photo showing what a fabulous time you're having on board Virgin. And then, of course, we have a lot of nods to Virgin Records, like I said. So we've got Voyage Vinyl, our record shop on board, and the casino, which is our full service casino. Best part about it, it is smoke free, so you can play as much as you want without having to worry about smelling like smoke.
And in the Manor, that's where the VH1
VHS
Classic.
80s workout. Yep.
Okay, so whoever's coming on the cruise with us, I will do this because I make all my friends take videos of me because I'm really stupid and I'm really klutzy. My friend was cracking up last time because I am not the most coordinated person, but it's Richard Simmons, like not reincarnated, but he's coming back to us.
You guys, it's
hilarious.
You have to do the
absolutely
yes.
hilarious.
You have to do this VHS 80s workout, wear your best 80s gear, a la Richard Simmons, and our happenings cast. That's what we call some of our entertainers on board our ship. They do all the fitness activities. Let's get physical, and they do it all with a shake weight. And all of you guys who do the VHS 80s workout will have that shake weight. So it is freaking hysterical.
It's what
It's
what they do with the shake weight or make you do with the shake weight that is really hilarious.
Yes.
And that's it's another reason you don't bring kids on this cruise.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Sean,
I
have you done it, Sean?
Yeah, I couldn't work out. I was laughing too hard because it was so much fun. Like the workout is the secondary to the entertainment and the
Oh.
laugh. Like when you have a laugh so hard that like your stomach hurts because
Yes,
you're just
that
like
was me. That was
that's
my
the
friend.
type of laugh you
workout.
get
Actually,
here.
it was my friend Sherry taking video of me. She was
I
cracking
love
up
it.
and the camera was shaking because she was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Yes, and
If you
don't be
if you don't take
intimidated. Don't be intimidated. Like
No.
Sean said, you don't need to have any level of fitness, physical fitness, because it's so entertaining. It's so
And you
fun.
meet
You know what?
people on that too.
Yes.
And you know what? That's a great segue to this next slide that I'm talking about because it's like really, how do you like to travel, right? Because life's too short to like have to worry about every little thing, right? So we're pretty easy. We've got this, like, I call it the 6 yeses. Right. So if you like to travel without children, like Shell, yeah, let's do this. If you love great food, right, and plentiful, healthy food that's there for you with proper portion and you're just rave about it, come join us on board. If you want to feel like a rock star without that pretentiousness or stuffiness associated with traditional luxury travel, of course, that stuffy formality, let's leave that at home. And of course, we're open to new experiences, new ports of call we haven't been to, amazing group of sailors around the ship that are really there for living their best life and want to have a lot of fun, because at the end of the day, they're young at heart. We don't control how old we are, we control how we feel and how we interact. And if you can say yes to these 6 things, then come join us. And more importantly, join us on this wonderful vegan experience with Donna and Jason. So I wanted to just end up by talking about a couple last things before we settle up for things today, right? And so we've shown you a lot of different things, and first thing people ask is like, well, what's this age? Who's the age of these people on board? And like I said, we're as young as we want to be, right? And how we feel. And really, we take the full chasm of people on board our ship. The sweet spot is usually that 35 to 65. We definitely take older. We definitely will take younger. And the average age is in that late 40s kind of experience. But heck, our founder, he's gonna be 73 this year, and I don't want to put an age associated with him, but I would say he acts like he's in his like late 30s most of the time. He's just fun, energetic individual, and that's what people come on board our ships for.
I'll go if he jumps up on the table and starts dancing like he does.
All right, I'll send him a DM and see what I can do. The other thing is we've got a lot of people that are their first time cruisers, right? And for whatever reason, they haven't looked at cruising before, but when they get onto one of our ships, they're converted. Heck, I've got people that swore off cruising for their whole life. They jump on our ships and they're like, Sean, why didn't I come on this before? And I'm like, well, we've only been sailing for less than 2 years, so that's probably why. But all kidding aside, they're coming back on, they're experiencing all of those amenities. But to Rosalynn's point you mentioned before, everything's there for you to experience, but then there's nothing for you to experience too if you want, right? If you want to be quiet and have those intimate spaces, it's there for you. And for me, who is a closet introvert, it is perfect because I can hide away, and I usually go to what's it called? The Loose Cannon, which is a pub right in the social club. I have a nice pint of beer. I grab my book and I watch the water go by, and it's just a very peaceful thing for me. So there's literally something for everyone on here. And when we look at that, sorry, go ahead, Donna.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you, I've been in the travel industry for 35 years. And while I have done, I've been on cruise ships just to go see them. And I've been on like 1 or 2 very, very small cruise ships, like under 100 people. I was never a cruiser. You couldn't convert me until this came out, and when Richard said he was doing this cruise, I was like, okay, I'm all in, and I tried it and I loved it. And this is going to be my 4th cruise coming up. So plus the site inspection. So 5th time on the ship. That's where I saw you, Rosalynn, last time, I think.
Yep.
Amazing, right? And as Rosalynn mentioned before, it's like we've got some really great offers. So not only have we talked about that onboard credit opportunities for this specific itinerary, but we've got some really great ones as well. So from those price points, right, that includes, because we have this, there's a time of the year in the travel industry, specifically the cruise industry, we call it wave season, and that's where we as cruise lines put out our best offers right now. And that is really nice because of when Jason and Donna are marketing this. So if you book that trip or this experience, those prices that were reflected earlier include this amazing offer where we have that second sailor at 50% off. And we've got those complimentary beverages at that $300 allotment. Now, if there's something else, maybe you want to do one earlier and then you want to do this one in November, hey, that works as well because that offer is still there for you. So any booking that you make this month, you have those options. So if you maybe want to go to Europe before going down to the Caribbean in November, you have that option and you can buy that first sailor and get that second sailor at 50% off. Just as an iteration for that, because the November departure is a 6-day one, we're giving that $300 bar tab. But maybe you saw that Adriatic one, right, with Resilient Lady. You're like, I would love to be in Greece in June. Well, come join us. That's a 7-night or more, so you actually get a $600 bar tab there as well, which is quite nice for you. Or if you're really planning for it and you want to go visit down under and our friends down in Australia and New Zealand, we've extended that one until March 15th of 2024, where you can get those same offers there. Now, we talked about like the price points, and this is what I wanted from a visual perspective to show you. So if you had like a $600 bar tab, this is what you can get out of there, right? So if we look at for like the non-drinkers out there, that's 60 mocktails. That's a lot of really beautiful mocktails to enjoy and to replenish and refresh yourself throughout that. Or if you're like me, who probably had too much coffee today and too many espressos, I can have 150 of those. So there's a lot of opportunities there with those bar tabs there. Lastly, if you belong to one of another cruise line's wonderful loyalty program, we will do some status matching as well. And you can speak with both either Jason or Donna if you fall under any of these loyalty programs, and we can see what offers are out there for you. But wait, there's one more offer. We've got this November departure, which, not doing math, I know is over 180 days away from today.
237, right? Sean. I checked.
Thank
today.
you so much. Thank you so much for teeing me up with that and keeping me honest there. What we do is we like to say, you work hard for your money. We want to give you as much value. So outside of those offers we currently have, if you have the opportunity and the means to pay in full for this departure before we hit that 180 day mark, you can get 10% in additional savings off that voyage fare. So great opportunities for you to save a little bit more money. But of course, we're doing this with these two wonderful individuals, both Jason from Vegan Vacations and Donna from Green Earth Travel. These are both QR codes that you can scan to go to the respective pages as well. Of course, we also have their email addresses there. So if you came across this webinar, through social media or some other platforms and haven't been in contact with either Jason or Donna, please take a moment here to scan those codes. Take a picture of this so you can reach out to them after this experience. And then last but not least, I will throw back those prices. And as Jason alluded to, that Canadian prices does not include the taxes that we will add on before. But there's some great opportunities out there for those onboard credit as well as that complimentary bar tab.
That's great. Thank you, Sean. We actually had a question that was pertaining to refundability. So somebody just said they're concerned, they're interested, but they're concerned about needing to cancel if the pandemic for some reason gets stronger. So they were just wondering how much refundability is built in there.
Yes, so I'll go ahead and take that. Sure. Joyce, totally understand. We want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable with some of our cancellation policies. So just so you all know, the refund and cancellation policies, it all depends on how far you are away from the voyage date. So just so you all know, with these special incentives, if you book by Friday, March 31st with either Donna or Jason, you'll get these special incentives, but you will need to put a 20% deposit down. Final payment is due at 120 days before voyage date. Now, in between that time, you have a 7-day grace period where, say you put 20% deposit down and you decide within 7 days you don't want to do it, you'll get a full refund of any funds that were paid back to the original form of payment. After that 7 days, your deposit will be a future voyage credit. and we will refund any additional add-ons. So for example, if you were to buy short excursions or any additional add-ons, we will refund back to the original form of payment, but deposit will be turned into a future voyage credit. Final payment is due at 120 days, but we can change any names up until 48 hours before the voyage date. So I think the big thing you should know is that inside or at 120 days, that's when before voyage date, that's when final payment is due. Inside 120 days, everything will be turned into a future voyage credit at that point if you need to cancel. But again, talk to the travel advisor who referred you to this event to go through those cancellation and refunds policies.
Thank you, Rosalynn.
Of course. And so as Sean mentioned, again, we have these amazing incentives right now. If you're not necessarily able to do the November group date, which we'd love for you all to join in, or if you want to add on another Virgin Voyages sailing, again, these special incentives are if you book with a 20% deposit by Friday, March 31st with either Jason or Donna, throwing in onboard credit, depending on what cabin category you choose. So it's going to be $50 per cabin for Insider Sea View, $100 for our Sea Terrace balcony cabins, and $200 for our Rockstar suites.
We do have a couple of questions. Carla had asked, and I think Jason answered it, how she should think about second passenger at 50% off when the prices are valid until March 31st, or wait, how 50% the pricing model is per cabin. So you actually got a better deal, Carla, because you got it when it was, I believe, 60%. So it was all calculated in there.
And those prices that were shown earlier actually take into account double occupancy. So you already have the savings of the 50% off your second sailor. As of March 31st, those prices are guaranteed to increase. So that's why you want to reach us before the end of the month if you're thinking about joining, and the added bonus sailor loot as well.
And I see Joyce has a question. Joyce, to answer, the future voyage credit is good for 1 year from the original voyage date that you would need to book by.
That's great.
And then
Yes.
Luann asked about solo cabins. She's been on the cruise. She knows. So I told her, but she wasn't on a solo cabin. She was with somebody else. So
no, so there are 48 cabins that have no single supplement, which is great. That's going to be a mix of our solo insider and solo Sea View cabins.
Oh, so you do have the Sea View. I forgot about that.
Yes.
So there is a Sea View, but you probably need to book that way in advance, Luann, is if there's only a few.
Well, Donna,
cabins.
she can check with you.
Yes.
Well, that was what I was going to say. We talked tonight about the Sea Terrace cabins being the only ones available. What's unique about Virgin is that sometimes cabins do pop up. So if you are interested in a cabin that maybe we don't have available today, still reach out to myself or to Donna, because we can put you on our own personal wait list and be checking that information. So as soon as we see a cabin pop up for you, we'll be able to try and grab that for you. But as Donna said, there's only limited solo cabins. So if you are really interested in those solo occupancy without any single supplement, you'll want to reach out as early as possible to us so we can go through the details and make sure to get it booked for you right away.
Yeah, I just recently had something happen where these people wanted to go in 2 weeks and there was nothing available. And I talked to, one of the reservation agents, and she said just check back, and I checked back like 2 days later and he got the cabin he wanted. So, and he's leaving in 2 weeks.
And that's part of that. That's part of the service we provide, right, Donna? We'll be able to keep track of that for you, and make sure that when we see the cabin that you really want, that we hit that as soon as we can so you don't miss out.
Any other questions?
Questions? I think we hit everything in the chat.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rosalynn. Thank you so much, Sean.
Thank you.
It's really great to see everybody out there. We're going to follow up afterwards with our contact details again. We're here if you have any questions about this sailing or anything Virgin Voyages. Donna and I have all the information that you need. Did you have any final thoughts, Donna, Rosalynn, or Sean?
No, I'm just looking at all the names, so I'm really excited to see like Dory and Carla and Janine and some of the other people who are on the cruise ship, and Luann. Luann's going to come join us, right, Luann? She's going to come to. She's been with me before, and there's a few other people in here that look like they're going to be on. But yeah, I'm excited to see everyone.
That's great.
Amazing. Well, I just want to say thank you to both of you for putting this group together, for inviting both myself and Rosalynn to experience this with your wonderful clientele, or we'll call them now sailors. And we wish you all the best with this one. And obviously, you're in amazing hands with these two travel professionals. And I'm really adamant on the idea of professionals, because these two know the industry, they know the ins and outs, and they really got your back when it comes to everything Virgin Voyages and beyond. So trust in these wonderful professionals.
Yes,
Thanks, Sean.
wonderful,
Thanks,
wonderful.
guys.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening in. And again, can't stress this enough. Please make sure if you have anyone who'd be a great fit for Virgin, right now is the best time because of what Sean said. It is wave season right now. We are seriously having the best offers, and we're just throwing in all the things, the bar tab, the onboard credit, all of that. So please make sure that you book with either Jason or Donna and refer anyone who'd be a great fit to them. So thank
Thanks,
you guys
everybody.
so much.
Have a great
Thank
night.
Bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Have a great
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Thanks.